What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing a battery drain test between the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which are Apple's latest 3 generations of Pro Max devices, and I want to mention a few things. Before we get started, True Tone, Night Shift, and Auto Brightness are disabled on all 3 of these devices. And as always with tests like this, it's very important to remember that battery performance entirely depends on the condition of the battery in your device. Brightness on all 3 of these devices is close to the same as I could get, and the volume is turned all the way down on all 3 of them. They're all connected to the very same Wi-Fi network, and all the devices are running with the latest iOS 17 update. Now let's begin the test with 1 hour of YouTube video, which run on 1080p quality in all 3 devices. Since it's a low-power consuming app, so let's see how it performs. Now checking after 1 hour of YouTube, you find that both iPhone 15 Pro Max and 14 Pro Max have 100% battery remaining, while iPhone 13 Pro Max has 92% of battery remaining. Next, we're going to head on over to TikTok for 1 hour of scrolling through posts and see what impact it has on the battery on these Pro Max devices.
You are so heartless, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. You got me hoping, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. Every time I fall in the deep, and I can't fight it, I can't.
Checking in after an hour of TikTok, once again, the same trends are continuing. As you can see, the 15 Pro Max has just consumed 5% of battery, while 14 Pro Max has consumed 8% battery health, which also a lot, while 13 Pro Max 6%, which means 14 Pro Max has consumed more battery in TikTok. Next, we're going to head on over to Instagram for 1 hour. For the first 10 minutes, we're going to be looking through stories, and for the remainder of the hour, we're going to be scrolling through posts.
You wreck my mind, I'm losing my sleep. And you know that it's all that I need, so don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone.
And checking in after a full hour of Instagram, as you can see, these same trends are continuing with the 15 Pro Max consumes 6%, 14 Pro Max consume 8%, while 13 Pro Max just 7%. Next up, we're going to move on to 1 hour of playing PUBG, and once again for PUBG, the graphics and frame rate settings are set to the same on all 3 of these devices.
I know it's reckless, but I don't care. You're dangerously close and I keep going on. You keep me fading.
And checking in after an hour of playing PUBG, the 15 Pro Max is at 75%, and the 14 Pro Max is at 76%, and the 13 Pro Max is at 70%. So this is surprising, as this is the first graphic-intensive task that has been performed, and this iPhone 15 Pro Max shows massive battery drain of 14%. While for 14 Pro Max and 13 Pro Max, same trends continue as they drain 8% and 9% battery drain. We're going to move on to 1 hour of playing Asphalt 9, which is also a graphic-intensive game. Guys, know the render distance setting for Asphalt 9 is set to the exact same for all 3 devices. Let's see how iPhone 15 Pro Max goes in this game.
And I don't care, 'cause I want everything that I've been running from. Every time I fall in the deep, and I can't fight it, I can't fight it. You wreck my mind, I'm losing my sleep. And you know that it's all that I need.
After a full hour of playing Asphalt 9, well, here is an interesting thing happened. Both 15 Pro Max and 14 Pro Max has drained 16% of battery and bring overall battery percent to 59% for 15 Pro Max, which is not good. Yes, we can understand 13 Pro Max is 2-year-old devices which lasted 18% battery, but 15 Pro Max, I really didn't expect this. Going to head on over to Safari for 1 hour of web browsing. For the first 30 minutes, we're going to be loading new web pages and scrolling through web pages on Apple.com. And for the second 30 minutes, we're going to be loading new web pages and scrolling through web pages on TheVerge.com.
So don't leave me alone. La 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 la.
Checking in after a full hour of web browsing, all three devices are still doing very good. iPhone 15 Pro Max and 14 Pro Max has 8% of battery health, while 13 Pro Max has consumed 6% on 13 Pro Max, which make it winner in this round. Next, we use camera to record 1 hour of HD video recording. I know not everyone use camera app on daily basis, but for the sake of this test, I really wanted to see how these devices really perform in stress situation. After 1 hour of video recording, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has drained 17% battery in 1 hour, while 18% for 14 Pro Max. iPhone 13 Pro Max is performing great and only lost 16%. And all right, with the first round of the battery test complete and all three devices holding up great, we're going to head back to YouTube for our second scheduled hour of video streaming. We're going to stream the very same video, once again full screen at 1080p quality for another hour. And checking in after that, the 15 Pro Max is at 26%, the 14 Pro Max is at 29%, and the 13 Pro Max is at 20%. Next up, we're going to head back to TikTok for our second scheduled hour of scrolling through videos. After 1 hour of TikTok, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has 17% remains battery, 14 Pro Max has 21% and 20% for iPhone 13 Pro Max. Next, we're going to head back to Instagram for our second scheduled hour. Once again, for the first 10 minutes, we'll be looking through stories, and for the remainder of the hour, we'll be scrolling through posts. Checking in after that, the 15 Pro Max is at 11% and 14 Pro Max are tied at 16%, and the iPhone 13 is below the 6% mark. Next, we have second round of PUBG Mobile, and same as last time, we have same graphics setting for all devices. Well, right in the middle of test at 10 hours and 35 minutes, our first phone dies, which is iPhone 13 Pro Max. Just after 2 minutes at 10 hours and 38 minutes, our second phone dies, which is iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now we only have one device which we go through and meet at the end. At the end of the day, the first phone which has died is iPhone 13 Pro Max, which lasted 10 hours and 35 minutes, which is good battery life considering it has 89% battery health. What makes me really surprised to see the result for iPhone 15 Pro Max, which lasted 10 hours and 38 minutes, just 2 minutes extra than iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is a shame, as it is a device which have new 3mm chip, which is better for optimizing and low power usage. Still, it performs same as iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is a 2-year-old device and even have 89% battery health. So defiantly overheating is the main reason for this battery life. Finally, the king of the battery drain test for this video is iPhone 14 Pro Max, which has lasted 11 hours and 26 minutes with 100% health is really amazing. Let me know down below in the comments section how the battery performance has been for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.